Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So with the announcement from Olympus of the brand new Olympus EM10, new camera to the OMD lineup, a lot of people are wondering what's the big differences between the EM10 and the EM1 because there's quite a price difference. So basically I've gone through the specs here for you and I've got 6 of the main differences, the 6 major differences between the new EM10 and the EM1. Now these are 6 advantages of the EM1 over the less expensive EM10. So these are 6 advantages of the EM1 that the EM10 does not have. First and foremost, we've got 5-axis image stabilization in the Olympus EM1. We don't have the 5-axis stabilization in the EM10. We've got 3-axis stabilization. So still decent, but it doesn't have the much vaunted 5-axis image stabilization that a lot of people really like that's in the EM1. Basically, that 5-axis image stabilization is probably about the best on the market right now, and it really allows you to use the EM1 as a running gun. You can have it on a monopod, be running around doing on-the-go, shoot-and-go video. It really eliminates the need for a lot of shoulder rigs, things like that, because the 5-axis is that good. The 3-axis in the EM10 is okay, but it's not going to be as good, folks, as the 5-axis in the EM1. Second up, we've got a better shutter speed setting on the EM1. We can go to 1/8,000th of a second on the EM1. We can only go to 1/4,000th of a second on the EM10. You might not think that's a big difference, but you start playing with studio lighting or external lighting, folks, and you're really going to appreciate the higher setting on the EM1. Third up, we've got 10 frames per second on the EM1. We've got 8 frames per second on the EM10. Both very good, but definitely the EM1 is the winner here. Next advantage, that's number 4 of the EM1, is a better EVF, electronic viewfinder. We got 2.36 million dot electronic viewfinder versus the newer and less expensive EM10's 1.44 million dot electronic viewfinder. So quite a bit more resolution, quite a bit more detail in the EVF on the EM1. Definitely going to be the better viewfinder is on the more expensive EM1. Number 5, we've got a slightly better battery life. We've got 350 shots claimed on the EM1 versus 320 claimed on the EM10. Now the EM10 is a little smaller, so you got to sacrifice battery life with a smaller battery. So it's kind of a trade-off there. You get a little smaller camera, but a little less battery life. But the nod does go to the EM1 as far as battery life is concerned, with the superior 350 shots versus the EM10's 320 shots. Next, we have kind of a hidden feature, if you want to call it that, or advantage. We've got an operating temperature claimed in the stats by Olympus for the EM1 of -10 to 40 degrees Celsius. On the EM10, we only have 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. So we could infer here that perhaps a more rugged, more heavy-duty body on the EM1, certainly by Olympus's own stats, own specs, you can take it to a greater temperature range. You can actually get it into a colder temperature range, colder operating temperatures. So there's an advantage of the EM1 there over the EM10 as well, and not one that's immediately visible or necessarily one you might immediately think about. There you go, folks. 6 advantages of the EM1 over the newly announced EM10 from Olympus. What do you think? Did we miss one? Is there something that you think is an advantage of the EM1? Let me know. Put some comments in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going on the EM1 versus the EM10. Which one do you like? Do the advantages of the EM1 outweigh the price that it costs in addition over the EM10? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new videos, some new articles. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.